That's Buccaneer ball.
Did it pop out? Here's the line. We'll take a look. Apparently it did come out, we hear. That football. It is loose.
It is loose.
Oh, boy. Well,
looks like Vassar recovered a football for the Buccaneers.
Dave Vassar, the senior. Huge recovery.
And another first down for the Buccaneers.
2 receivers out on both sides. Horwath to throw. Looking deep over the middle. Incomplete. We're looking for Seth Hornak at the 45, but he threw it behind him and high.
Aaron Gatton there on the coverage. He was closer to the ball than any of the Buccaneers receivers.
Clock stopped now with 11 seconds left. And we may be going to overtime.
I was only joking with Coach Art from Jeanette at halftime when I told him I'd see him in overtime. What if he stops by? Do we interview him?
If he stops by.
We'll give him the microphone.
No, I know what we can do with Art Traeger. If he stops by,
we'll tell him to turn on the lights.
We'll have him do what to do. He'll turn on the lights, and he'll find us whatever that food is that was cooking. 43-yard line. Had a shot of the Burrell kicker a little moment ago, Charlie Post, but Tom Dempsey couldn't make one from this range. And that's probably a smart thing to do. Horwath takes the knee, and we're going to overtime. What a football game here from Three River Stadium.
It's like a doubleheader. I'm ready for game 2, Bob.
And that's essentially what it comes down to. We are going to overtime. Isn't that something? You play 12 games to get to this point. You play the 13th game, and it still hasn't been decided who the AA champion is just yet. Now you've got to go to overtime. That's what we are going to do, too. Knotted at 7. Burrell and Washington. Sudden death coming up next on Prime Sports.
Do you know the...
It's there every morning from the day's first light. Out in the country, ooh, up in the heights. Spans the miles across our land. The heart of the city is right in your hand. In the PG, it makes the day for me. You follow your dream. Ooh, I'll follow mine. New fun feature. Catch it anytime. There's one place to look before heading now to see what they around here's all about. In the PG, it's the hardest of fun. In the PG, it's all you need to know. The PG, it makes the day for me.
There are no medals for being the shoulder to cry on. No songs of praise for keeping traditions alive. But to the men who give their best every day, we offer our best. Gillette Sensor XL. Spring-mounted blades and microfins to set up your beard. And Gillette Series shaving gel for incredible smoothness. Sensor XL, the world's best shave. And sometimes that's its own reward. Gillette, the best a man can get.
In the next century, the average hospital stay will go from days to hours. Complex procedures will be reduced from hours to minutes. This is the next frontier of medicine. The challenge will be to make sure the quality of care isn't reduced on the way. At Allegheny General, we're advancing that frontier by reforming the healing process, so in a new age of healthcare, people can still go home better, not just faster.
See, Bob, I asked for Ace to turn on the lights, and, you know, Ace can do it all.
You got pool around here.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Ace, for turning on the lights. And thanks for the great matchup.
Now tell people who Ace is.
Oh, Ace Hemmerling. He runs the show in the WPIAL. Gave me my press pass, but didn't bring us any food. We won't complain. We might not get invited back next year.
Get the press pass next year.
Well, Eric Hagman, Chuck Corral, that's the Penn State connection, and Coach Frank Swarden from McGuffey High School, ready to bring you the AAA game once this one's over. This one may not be over for a while.
He'll be handing over the AAA crown at the end of this game too.
Coach Swarton last year had a chance to celebrate his McGuffey team winning the championship. First downs, Wash High with 13-10 over Burrell. Passing yardage 46-48. Rushing yardage, Wash High 190-94. Total yards 236. Is that a 2 or what is that? Well, 242. Turnover department, Buccaneers with 2, Little Prexies with 1. The scoreboard, it's all even. 7 for the Buccaneers, 7 for the Little Prexies.
Now, here's the question, Bill DeFabio. What is a Prexie? Do you know the answer?
It's a president. Isn't it a president?
Yeah.
But they have to call them, I guess, little presidents because you got the big presidents, W and J, there.
Yes, exactly.
So you couldn't have 2 presidents, could you?
You could.
Well, in our country, we have a president and a vice president. But in the WPIAL and college, it's little Prexies and the presidents.
Well, many people will tell you we have 2 presidents now.
That's true. One's first name is Bill and the other one's Rush, right?
I was thinking Hillary.
What a great game. Okay. Let's talk about OT, Bob.
All right, 10-yard line, 4 plays. Now, if this were a game, I believe you'd get 3 series and then call it a tie if it's not decided.
And the Bucks will have the first pop.
As this is the WPIALs. We'll keep playing until it's decided. First down play. Flick out to Hornak. Hornak at the 5. Hornak inside the 5. Driven out of bounds at the 3 by Molinaro. I'm surprised they didn't do more of that today. Get the ball to Hornak and let him create some magic. Seth Hornak, number 25, running through your picture. He will now come out, and they're going to bring in, I think they're going with that formation. When they take Nicastro and Hornak out, they typically go with that power on.
3 yards.
Yep,
there it is.
From the 3 to the deep back. 4 Watt, touchdown. 4 Watt is in. By the way, when Burrell scored that touchdown, that was the first time in the last 6 games Washington had given up a point in the second half.
Here's the replay, Bob.
They've had success with this formation today, Bill. Put Carpenter in the backfield as the lead blocker.
Just get behind his blockers, shove everybody else out of the way, and say hello to that goal line.
That looked like a bowling alley.
17 for 69, 1 TD, and the extra point is good.
By the way, it is now 14-7 as Charlie Post knocks another one between the posts. And this time, they'll flip around, and Washington will go to the 10-yard line, and they will get 4 shots at scoring. You know, I've done so many overtime games over the year on the radio side of things, and one of the things that always amazes me about overtime, Bill DeFabio, is when you get into a game, regulation, and you put the ball at the 10-yard line, most teams will not score most of the time.
That's right.
But in overtime, it is not uncommon to see both teams scoring or getting very close frequently.
Yep. Well, let's see what Wash High can do, Bob. They have 4 cracks.
Gatton is the tailback. Woods the fullback. Carl the quarterback. Turns the left end. Nice cut inside the 5. Down to the 3. Hornak in on the stop. He got some help in there, too, by Justin Shantz. 6'1", 235. One of the few Burrell players with really good size.
Okay, here's the carry, and Justin Shantz going to come up with the play here, 73. Some help from 25. Seth Hornak.
Carpenter overran the play.
Carl, 18 carries, 34 yards. Second down.
When you look at that stat, that sacks in high school and college come out of the rushing totals for the quarterbacks. High formation. First back through is Woods, and Woods is very close to getting in. He's in. Meantime, Kenny Carl got blasted by Horwath after the handoff. He just got decked, but it doesn't matter.
So,
because the runner is in.
The Buccaneers scored on their second carry, and now Wash High has scored.
Watch, see if the picture catches Carl getting, look at it. And Eugene Woods gets in. So, in the meantime now, we've got a timeout. Here's another
look. Here's another look up.
Oh. Lights out. And look at Woods. Does a nice job. Shantz holding on, but Woods was hit at the 2.5. Powers into the end zone.
Now, they can go for 2, right?
Oh, yeah. So now it's 14-13. The question is, if you go for 2 and fail,
you lose. But if you make it, you win.
If you kick, you get another chance to play 4.
Well, we've been here a couple of hours.
14-13. Look at that. You don't think these people are having a good time, huh? This is something. This is some scene right here.
Why do I have the feeling they're going for it?
Break. Oh, I don't know.
They're going to go for two. They're going for the win.
Every picture tells a story, Bob. There's the picture.
Burrell High School, Tom Henderson, congratulations. His first state champion, WPIAL championship as a head coach. Burrell gets another one.
Here's
Their
Carl.
fourth total.
Pitches out to Gatton. Gatton's at the 5. Looks like he was diving at the 3-yard line.
Ream and Kurtic in your picture right there. Both of them all over the field. What a football game. Congratulations to Burrell. And you have got to give a heck of a lot of credit to Guy Montecalvo, Washington High School, going for the win.
He obviously felt with his offense, with Carl Gatton, and a good offensive line, that he could do it. The Buccaneers defense stopped his team from doing it. There are your champions, the Burrell Buccaneers, Class AA champions. Both teams played like champions this afternoon, Bob.
That's about as good as it gets.
Oh. I don't know, Eric and Chuck and company can have one better than this one, but they're standing by to do the AAA football game.
Take a look at those folks. We don't think they're too happy. And traditional handshake at the end of the game, and you hate to say it, but it's a shame one of these teams had to lose, but that's why they keep score. It was just one incredible football game, and Burrell hung in there until the last part of the football game before they finally scored, and they pulled it out.
And you know, I can't question Montecalvo's call on that play. He obviously felt his team can do it. You know, chuck it in, take the win. Give a lot of credit to the Buccaneers defense, who came up big on several occasions this afternoon. 14-13 the Bucks.
1967, 1968, 1986, and now 1995.
Of course, Wash High has been there before too. 1917, 1920, 1923, 1926, and only a couple of years ago, 1993.
So the 6th-ranked team in the state will now take on Wilmington. And the number 2 ranked team in the state comes up empty in the WPIAL title game. Kevin Decker is standing by.
All right, I'm with Jason Gregg, who's saying congratulations to the fans and just to the Wash High little presidents, and a great defensive effort, shutting them down after the first quarter.
Yeah, we've been working on defense. Like, that's been our main thing all year. A lot of people didn't notice the defense. You know, our offense overshadowed it. But then towards the end of the season, people started to notice it. We started to, you know, just pull together, and now everybody, you know, knows that the defense is the reason we're winning ball games.
Your defense was able to do it near the end, especially on that last play, the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that was, we didn't know what they were doing, so we called a couple things. If they kicked, we were going to do a certain defense. If they went for it, ran the defense. They made a great contained play over there, and then he pitched it, and they were still there. Great defensive play by our defensive back.
Also, offensively, you guys were able to get it going also late in the game when you needed it. Got the passing game going.
Yeah, we went into halftime. We knew we could move the ball on them, so we just stepped it up the second half. We knew we wanted to win this game, and we just put a drive together, and that got us the score, and then we went into overtime. And we've been there before, so we know what it feels like.
How did you prepare for Washington coming into this game?
Same as any other game. It's just the same game, nothing different.
Did you have any thoughts about going ahead after this game, knowing that states are going to be coming up? You got 2 more games possibly ahead of you if you're able to win next week. Your thoughts going into that?
I think we have a great team, and we can take it all. I know we can. just the way this team works and everything. I think everybody doesn't believe in us, but we have a great team here, and we believe in each other.
Now, each year it seems like you guys were always real close, real close. You played Washington a couple years ago in the playoffs, and you remember that game, I'm sure, very well.
As a sophomore, yeah, they beat us 20-0. They gave us a good whooping, but that was back then, and now this is now. We came out, played a great game today. You know, we wanted a little bit of revenge. That was part of it, too. It's a great feeling to get that revenge back.
Second time out's always a lot sweeter if you can get the win, isn't it? Okay, thank you for stopping by, and congratulations and good luck to you the rest of the way. We'll be back in just a moment down here on the field.
Kevin Decker there with Jason Gregg triumphant, and his team winning 14-13 in overtime. The Burrell team celebrating like crazy. We're going to go down on the field to Kevin Decker again in a moment. He's with Seth Hornak, and if they're standing by, go right ahead.
Okay, I'm with Seth Hornak, who's on your left, and on my left is Kevin Horwath, the quarterback. We'll start with the quarterback first. Kevin, late in the game, you guys really got it going offensively. It looked real tough out there for the first 3 quarters, but after that,
it was just, you know, we went into the locker room, we knew what we had to do, so we got everything prepared at halftime. We come out, we knew what we had to do, and we come out fired up.
Now the big play, that pass over the middle.
We just figured, you know, we had to get in good field position, and, you know, whatever play we could use, we came out with a little double reverse pass, which, you know, just opened up nights. I mean, on a...
Just were able to get it going, and then offensively able to turn it on near the end.
Once we got there, once we complete that pass, we got enthusiasm going for us, and that just sparked the flame there, and we just kept on going from there.
What about the shootout near the end for the sudden death?
I don't know. It's hard to, I mean, it's unbelievable. We've been there before. You know, we're used to it. We've been there all through the playoffs. I mean, we had that 3 versus EA, so you know we were kind of used to it going into that. So I mean, it wasn't that hard. You know, it's a lot nerve-wracking. We were ready for it.
And who started off that was Seth Hornak. Now, could you tell us a little bit about that first play in the sudden death?
Oh yeah, we actually it was a different play called, and we audibled out of it. We saw a defense we liked to run something against. So we audibled out of it, and it paid off.
Now the ball's handed off to John Horwath. You guys went in, kicked the extra point. Then you guys had to go on defense. What were your feelings going, having to go back on defense? You guys were able to shut them down most of the day.
Yeah, I was happy with that because I thought we could definitely shut them down because they didn't do much in the second half. And then you know we shut them down.
Now
on a 2-point, they ended up scoring, and then 2-point play. I don't know, that was a big gamble. You know, he went for it on one time. Didn't pay off for him.
I'm sure you were a little bit nervous on the sideline. You saw they were going for 2. You got another chance if they kick the extra point and make it. They don't do that. They go for the 2 points. I'm sure everybody was very nervous on the Burrell sideline.
Oh, I'm sure, but I mean, it was either that was either end of our season or end of their season in one play. So I mean, it was tense, but I mean, our guys are great and they pulled through.
Ready for 2 more games or 1 more game?
No, 2 more.
2 more, definitely?
2 more.
Okay, congratulations to you. And let's go back upstairs to Bob.
I said we're going overtime.
Kevin Decker with 2 state champions there. Seth Hornak, and I also understand now Tom Henderson is standing by. If I have that accurate, we'll go back down to Kevin Decker, who just finished up with Kevin Horwath and Seth Hornak. Kevin, go right ahead.
I'm with head coach Tom Henderson of Burrell, and Tom, I'll tell you what. Offensively, for the first 3 quarters, nothing. And then all of a sudden, you're finally able to break through and get to the end zone.
It's we've been a blessed team all year long, and it was, you know, if we played good, sound defense, we felt that eventually we'd get a break, and the field position swung our way, and that was it. You know, we executed a few nice plays there, and it worked out very well.
Now, 2 years ago, you played Wash High in the playoffs. Different scenario, things didn't work out quite as well. That played in your mind.
2 totally different teams. They truly were. 2 totally different teams. They were a big, strong, powerful team then. That was the first time we had been in the playoffs in 5-6 years. I think maybe we were happy to be there. This year you had 2 very quick, aggressive teams out there swarming to the ball constantly. It just worked out fantastic for us.
Now, as far as the seniors on your team, that playoff experience, it definitely had to help them going through this whole run for you.
The experience that really paid off was the triple overtime game against East Allegheny. We came out here and we were calm as can be in the overtime, and you know we knew what we had to do, and it worked out very well.
And now this went into the extra period, as it were. They went for the 2 points. Well, shaking a little bit, or?
No, we figured they'd go for 2. Their kicker has, you know, he's been a pretty good kicker, but he's struggled over the last couple weeks. And you know what? That's a tough call, and you could, you know, argue for days over that, whether to go for 2 or take it into the second overtime.
Coach, good luck the rest of the way into the state.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, let's go let's go back upstairs to Bob.
All right, thank you very much, Kevin Decker. We have had one memorable football game here in the AA champions, the Burrell Buccaneers, who hung in there and came through at the end. And it was an absolute joy to announce. I want to thank Bobby Z, our statistician, also Joe Magnew, our producer, and my producer, Joe Magnew, always doing a great job. For Bill DeFabio, I'm Bob LaCicero. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back. The AAA game is coming up next. Hey, Joe, are we done?
My darling Colette, I meant to stop by last night, but I couldn't. The hill's too steep.
Don't blow it. Get the new ABT brake only on rollerblade skates. It's the easiest way to stop from the company that got it all started. Rollerblade.
Make Mama proud, Junior. There you go. Oh, Junior. What are you doing? Make me proud, baby. Oh, for the love of...
IR Video Productions, 6 full-service editing suites available to the public.
Yes!
Including Betacam SP and Avid nonlinear digital systems. Call today for an appointment. IR Video Productions. Use your imagination. We do.
It's there every morning from the day's first light. Out in the country, ooh, up in the heights. Spans the miles across our land. The heart of the city is right in your hand. In the PG, it makes the day for me. You follow your dreams. Ooh, I'll follow mine. New fun features. Catch it anytime. There's one place to look before heading now to see what they around here's all about. In the PG, it's the heart of the soul. In the PG, it's all you need to know. The PG, it makes the day for me.
Pennsylvania Culinary is accepting appointments this week in our downtown Pittsburgh headquarters. Call now to arrange your personal interview. Discover how starting a professional cooking career can lead you to a new, enriched lifestyle. The sooner you call, the better your opportunity for success. And we'll get you on the job, earning just as soon as possible. Pennsylvania Culinary, known across the country as a starting place for the finest chefs in America, has an opening available for you this week. Call now for immediate attention.
Direct from the factory to your home. That's how Vinyl Windows has been doing it for over 18 years. Vinyl measures, manufactures, installs, and warrants, eliminating the confusion of the middleman and saving you time and money. After a visit to Vinyl, I was so impressed that we had these beautiful windows installed in our home. It's the best investment we ever made. Right now, Vinyl is offering free installation of your new windows. Call 795-7790 for more information.
Coach, you went for the two-point conversion near the end.
Well, we did, Kevin. It was a tough decision. You know, you've got these narrow posts here, and we had an excellent opportunity at a field goal, a short field goal earlier, and we missed it just wide to the left. And, you know, that almost looked like it was good to us. It was so close on the regular high school goal post, we wouldn't have had to worry about overtime. But, you know, we both had to play with those situations. And we had 2 excellent drives in the second half where we got the ball down to the 11-yard line, 1st and 10, and we jumped offside, and then we ended up, you know, not making it have to go for the field goal. And the second time we got down to the 5-yard line, 1st and goal, and we didn't make anything on 1st down, and we took the sack on 2nd down. Then we had the hit the ineligible receiver on 3rd, and, you know, lost the down, plus the penalty. And you have an opportunity like that, 2 opportunities like we had in a big game like this. You get down inside the 10-yard line. You've got to be able to score. We've been very good down there all year, but decision to go for 2. It was a tough one, but yet we wanted to put the ball in the hands of the 2 guys that have been doing a great job in the running game for us all year. It was very difficult to throw the ball today. They were putting so much pressure on the quarterback. We didn't do a great job, picking up the blitz, and we had some trouble in pass protection, but we were running the football very well.
Coach, I'll let you get back to your team. Best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that was the head coach of Washington High School, Guy Montecalvo. Now, Chuck Klausing was the head coach of Carnegie Mellon back in the late 70s, and he had a lot of, back in the 50s, I believe he was the head coach over at Braddock High School, if my memory serves me correct. Anyways, he had a lot of insights and background into the high school football scene, and we had a chance to meet with head coach Chuck Klausing.
One of our games with North Braddock, we were only divided by a railroad.